Hi, Steve. Nice to see you. How are you doing? How does it feel here to be here tonight? Finally, everyone's going to see this second season of Silo.
Yeah, it's always great when you finish work and it all goes through its process and you get to a point where you're here talking about it.
And obviously, audiences were left on such tenterhooks at the end of season one. What can they expect going into this next season?
It's a very different season. It's an explosive season. Things come to a head, and then there's something opposite that happens where Juliet is out on her own and she finds me, and it's a very different story, and it expands.
It must have been was it kind of a bizarre experience when you've already been watching a show and then suddenly you're in it? Was it something that as you watched it, you were like, oh my God, I can't wait to be inside the show?
Oh yeah, when I was pitched the character alone, I was into it before I even saw it. Then I watched season one and I became a fan. I binged it in one day, and then read season two and was totally in. So yeah, look, to be invited into something that's already great is awesome.
And this feels like it was quite a fun character to get into. I mean, even trying to get into his mindset, how would you be if you'd been on your own for all those years? And then also the physicality of it, growing out your hair, the beard. What was the preparation like? How did you get into playing solo?
I had a long time to prep, which is cool, and it doesn't happen. Character actors usually, we get called and 2 weeks later we're working, so it was nice to have some months to think about it, work on it, grow my hair out. Yeah, that helped. It just clicked. I don't really know why, it just did.
And I guess there's sort of a quirkiness to him because of being on his own so long, but he does have all this knowledge, but he's kind of out of the practice, obviously, with human interaction. So was that something fun that was fun to play with?
Yeah, it was interesting. Like what's real, what's not, what's truth, what's fiction, what's non-fiction. He knows a lot, but he doesn't know anything at all. You know what I mean? And he's just really vulnerable kid, really. It was interesting to like what are the things that we do that's instinctual? And what are the things that we do as people that are learned? From teachers or coaches or whatever. So it was really fascinating to kind of dive into.
And having Rebecca Ferguson, I guess, as your partner in building that dynamic, having that back and forth bit of banter. There's also tension. What was it like working opposite her?
Rebecca is a great friend. Became a great friend because we were so in this world for so long. She's a delight. She's a great actor. She's a great person. She's a really good friend. I couldn't wait to go to work.
And in terms of these incredible sets that they created and made everything feel very tangible, even though we're in this kind of dystopian other world. So what was that like? And does that really inform how you can act within that world too?
Totally. The set was amazing. My set was phenomenal. There's only maybe a couple things that I've done where I walked in and my jaw opened and went, oh my God. And this was one of them, and it just makes it easier. You get great costumes or great props and a great backdrop, and it just makes it easy, that's all.
Did you have a favorite scene, or when you watch it back now, a favorite episode you can't wait for people to see?
I love the kid-like scenes. I love the one where I describe the circus. I love that scene.
In terms of the takeaways from the show, I guess it is, it's a world that's separate from our own, but there's so many pertinent issues in that. What is truth? What is our reality? Who do we choose to believe when they tell us that's our reality? And it feels more relevant now than ever.
I agree. It's very relevant. The environment and what we're doing to it, but even down to like society, and you look at it in the microscope with 10,000 people, and we have the same. It can be daunting, really. And when is it okay to not know the truth? When is it safer for people or whatever? Tim's character has to deal with. It's layered.
And in terms of any scratches you have left to itch, what might be on your bucket list? Any roles any genres you haven't tried, people you haven't worked with?
Yeah, there's tons of people, but it's like every turn is different, and I'm in a good spot right now. I'm doing a lot of work, and it's cool. I come into the world after Rebecca leaves, after Julia leaves Silo 18, and she realizes her about it is bigger than it was, and she finds me, and I'm a guy, middle-aged 11-year-old. stunted. His social skills have been stunted because he's just been alone. I developed a voice. It was all kind of incremental, depending on what was happening. And Rebecca and I got to shoot it more, which was really interesting. That doesn't happen ever. It's really fun. And I haven't seen season 2 yet, so I'm speaking out of turn, but it's really good on the day. If it translates and people like it, even better.